Is a new Marvel Legends Bruce Campbell figure in the works? Transformers Tonkanator and G.I. Joe Classified Serpentor. All that and more in today's video, so let's jump right into it. Yeah, you action figure enthusiasts out there, JC here with another TNI news video, and welcome to a Friday edition. So let's start off with some Masters of the Universe news, and I just want to let you know that the Mattel Creations Origins Wun-Dar figure went up for pre-order today. Now, initially it went up at 12 p.m. Eastern time and sold out in less than 3 minutes. However, as I'm filming it right now, they've re-put it back up. I don't know how long it will last. It may very well, by the time you watch this, be sold out again. But they did relist it a second time. It's possible that scalper bots got to the initial ones, and so they canceled like duplicate orders. They are limiting them 3 per person, so you can get up to 3. But again, as I'm filming this, the Wun-Dar figure is currently available, but may not last long. Super 7 just today appears to be teasing the third wave of their Simpsons Ultimates figures. So they put up this image, which is I Choose You, or Choose You, the card that Ralph Wiggum gave Lisa, and I forget the title of the episode, but this appears to be teasing a Ralph Wiggum figure. So I don't have any specific details on the figures. Again, I'm assuming Ralph Wiggum will be one of them, but we'll probably, they said coming soon, but usually that means like these will go up for pre-order sometime next week, probably Wednesday or Thursday of next week, at which point we'll get the full details on this wave. Super 7 also today putting up for pre-order on their website our new Major Wrestling podcast figures. So they've done these guys before, Brian Myers and Matt Cardona. And this one, these are listed as the most professional wrestler version for Brian and the internet champion for Matt. So different decos and accessories and things like that. So if you're into wrestling or a fan of these two particular wrestlers, then you might want to check these out. And again, these are available for pre-order on the Super 7 website. I believe these will probably go up for pre-order at other places later in the day, probably around 3 p.m. Eastern time. But as I said, they are currently, as I'm filming this, at least available on the Super 7 website for pre-order. Diamond Select Toys has released official images for a new wave of GI Joe Minimates. So this is another box set. This is the second box set that they've done for GI Joe. So this set includes Destro and Baroness. Now, we had seen these on display at a recent convention. I forget exactly where it was, but I know we've seen these two. And then the Cobra Commander and the Storm Shadow are actually from a set that they previously released. I'm not sure if there's any real differences for those two figures, but now you can get all 4 together. This set is available for pre-order now at places like our sponsor, Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth. Now, while we're on the subject of G.I. Joe, I just wanted to share these images of what appears to be prototype parts for an upcoming G.I. Joe Classified Serpentor figure. So we talked a bit about this last night on my live stream, but if you missed that, I just wanted to go on and share these images. Now, it's not entirely clear where the original source of these images come from. You know, my guess is these are probably something that somebody snuck out of a factory, wherever Hasbro is having these figures made. But the original source is not entirely clear. However, one of the first people to get their hands on the images and throw them up on social media was a gentleman named Zen. And so I'm going to go on and credit him for these. He posted these in a G.I. Joe Facebook group. And you can see from these images, we've got the legs for Serpentor, as well as a head sculpts, a couple of different of the prototypes for the head sculpt. And it does look like this is going to be based on the more modern version of Serpentor. The more classic version has like the big cobra, whatever you call that, parts that stick out, whereas they kind of removed that on later versions. I think IDW was the first one to kind of do this design for Serpentor, but we have actually gotten, like, for the 25th anniversary line, this is essentially what they did and such. So, and then there's even indications that we could be getting an air chariot. So this fin piece looks like is, you know, part of the back of Serpentor's air chariot. So, likely maybe a deluxe set. I don't know how this is going to be released. Obviously, this isn't even 100% confirmed. I do believe the legitimacy that these are actual prototype pieces. You can also see some head sculpts for the already announced Dr. Mindbender and the Recondo, the Tiger Force Recondo figure that's a Target exclusive, though I'm sure we'll get a regular version of Recondo at some point in the line. But, so I'm pretty sure these are legitimate prototypes. Now, of course, things can change. This isn't a guarantee that the figure's coming, what have you. But I would say also, you may recall a couple weeks ago during Hasbro's G.I. Joe live stream on their YouTube channel, when they were talking about the Sergeant Slaughter figure, they made indication that there was another figure that was going to be coming in the line, somebody for Sergeant Slaughter to punch. And, if you watch the cartoons, Slaughter and Serpentor also went at each other. So I feel like this is probably what they were hinting at with the Serpentor. So, again, I feel pretty confident we will see Serpentor, but exactly how will it be released? Will it be an exclusive? Will it be a general release? Will there be a regular version and then one with the air chariot? Things like that, I don't really know. Perhaps we will get those details next week. Hasbro is going to, end YoJoe June with a big live stream on their YouTube channel next Wednesday. So, again, hopefully we might get some details on the Serpentor figure then. From Boss Fight Studio, we've got another round of Popeye figures. This is a previews exclusive set featuring Popeye versus Pluto. So this is essentially, it looks like Popeye has been beat up. He's got black eye and bruises and everything. And again, this is being released as a previews exclusive, and it is available for pre-order now at places like our sponsor, Big Bad Toy Store. Now switching over to Marvel. So first of all, Hot Toys has released official images for their new 1/6 scale Thor figure from the Thor Love and Thunder movie. So there are two versions of this figure that you can get. There's a regular version, and then there's a deluxe version that will come with his armor pieces, his helmet, and the arm coverings and everything. So if you were going to get one of these, I'd probably recommend you get the deluxe version with a full-on armor look, which I think is kind of cool, kind of a nod to the comics. So besides that, you get multiple pairs of hands, you get his axe, you get a Stormbreaker, you get some lightning effect pieces. So this figure, as I'm filming this, is not yet gone up for pre-order at places like our sponsor Big Bad Toy Store, but within the next few days you can expect to see this figure there. Also, I just wanted to share this image that was actually released by Bruce Campbell himself on his official Facebook page. It is a mock-up of a Marvel Legends Pizza Poppa, his cameo appearance in the Doctor Strange movie. Now, this wasn't teasing an actual upcoming figure. This was just thrown up to promote that the movie, Into the Multiverse of Madness, was now streaming on Disney Plus. But I also kind of feel like, going to the trouble of actually creating this mock-up of a Marvel Legend figure, perhaps Mr. Campbell is giving a hint to Hasbro of a figure that they should have made. I don't know. But I feel like having done this, that puts pressure on Hasbro to actually maybe do a figure of the Pizza Poppa. So, and maybe, who knows, maybe they are actually planning on doing it. I don't know. Again, this is not really an indication of the actual figure, but I thought it was pretty cool that it was actually something put out by Bruce Campbell himself. So, he seems to be tuned into Marvel and Marvel Legends and things like that. So, kind of cool. And whether we see Hasbro do an actual figure or not, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Okay, and then finally for today, we're going to end things off with Transformer news. So yesterday, Hasbro held a live stream with the Transformers brand team, and they showed off some upcoming exclusive figures. So first of all, they showed off these figures in this Transformers Velocitron Speedia 500 collection. So these are basically just repainted figures. These are going to be offered as Walmart exclusives, and should be part of the Walmart Collector Con, which I believe is going to start on July 21st. So this set is going to include deluxe versions of Blur, Burnout, Clampdown, Cosmos, which is actually different from the previous Cosmos that we got. It's actually a bigger mold and everything. So that's probably the coolest figure in this set. We're also going to be getting Road Rocket for the deluxe figures. Then for Voyager class figures, we are going to get Override and Road Rocket. And then finally for Leader class, we're going to get Scourge. So a repaint of the Laser Prime in the black colors, which is also a pretty cool one. I have the red version that they did, so I may end up, that's one that I may want to check out. But again, this is supposed to be out in July, part of the Walmart Collector Con event. Or pre-order, I should say, not actually out in hand. And then also they are reissuing that Transformers mashup Top Gun figure, the Maverick Top Gun figure. This is being offered, listed as the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive version, and it's going to come with a new blaster and motorcycle and has a little bit different deco. They also showed off new Walmart exclusive red figures. So we're getting G1 Thundercracker, and these will come in new packaging, new non-plastic packaging. So you will no longer be able to see the figures inside for these. These are, of course, the non-transforming figures that they've been doing. But Thundercracker, G1 Thundercracker, and then from the Prime series, we're going to be getting Optimus Prime himself, along with Megatron. So, if you're into these red figures, these are ones that you might want to check out, especially if you like the Prime series. And then finally, yesterday, they showed off another one of their Hasbro Pulse Shattered Glass figures with the character Slicer with Exosuit, which looks like is, a repaint of Wheeljack. So this one, again, is available for pre-order now. It went up yesterday on the Pulse website for $49. And as I'm filming this, it is still currently available. And then finally, this morning for Transformers, some new exclusives went up for pre-order on the Target website. So this first batch are Street Fighter Transformer mashup figures, which were actually originally released back in 2018 from Takara. But now they're being released here in the US as Target store exclusives. And again, these are available for pre-order now on the Target website. So it is two 2-packs. One 2-pack is featuring Hot Rod as Ken and RC as Chun-Li. And then the second 2-pack is featuring Optimus Prime as Ryu and Megatron as M. Bison. So I believe these are repaints of existing Transformers. And again, these specific Street Fighter ones were already released back in 2018 from Takara, but now you get an opportunity to get them through Target. And then probably even cooler is what is listed as a Hasbro Transformers Tonka toy mashup, which is a repaint of the G1 Constructicons, which of course merge into Devastator. But these have been painted yellow and to look like Tonka vehicles, and they combine into Tonkanator. So they do have Autobot symbols and such. So the Constructicons are now Autobots, these versions of them. And again, they're meant to look like, Tonka vehicles. So they are just repaints of the, G1 molds of Devastator. But again, this set, it is being sold as a set, and it is available on the Target website now for pre-order. Okay, so that's it for today. As always, I'd love to hear your thoughts on everything I talked about down in the comments section below. Like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification so you're alerted every time I upload a new video. Have a great weekend, guys. Stay safe out there, and until next time, I'll catch you later.
Hey, thanks for watching today's video, and be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification so you're alerted every time I upload a new video. And be sure to head over to the Toy News International and Marvelous News message boards communities. It's a great place to talk toys and win cool contests like $100 store credits to Big Bad Toy Store. And remember, action figures are great.